Ladies and gents, today the lefty media is replete with praise for the heroism and bravery and empowering behaviour of one particular lady in the Women's World Cup. Nohalia Benzina, the hijabi-wearing Moroccan making World Cup history. It warms your heart, doesn't it? This is what tolerance and progress looks like. BBC Newsbeat, Women's World Cup 2023. Nohalia Benzina is a role model to us. Whoa, hang on. Can we at least give some of the credit to her husband? Because he's the one who forced her to wear it. Okay, this is a staggering example in a laundry list of staggering examples of truly mind-melting hypocrisy. When it suits them, if you even look askance at a woman when you look like me, they will brand you a penis-wielding phallocrat, call you a rapist, and demand that you get gelded on Channel 4. But when the practitioners of one very specific book of desert fables, when the practitioners of that particular ideology do something that is blatantly, clearly, and obviously rank misogyny, when they do something, they will praise it to the rafters. They will say, forcing women to wear a Hessian sack over their heads while they do sprints on a very, very hot field. That is the definition of liberal tolerance. Isn't it great? Yasmin says it means a lot to see Benzina in a hijab playing footy. Brilliant. Yeah, I bet she's loving that. Like most bootnecks, I'm of superior physical fitness, and let me tell you, I wouldn't fancy running around in the hot sun with me head in a bin liner. I don't think that'd be very much fun. Young, redacted M-word footballers say Nohalia Benzina is the role model after she made history wearing everybody's favourite progressive garment at the Women's World Cup. The 25-year-old became the first player to wear the empowering bin liner at a senior tournament when Morocco beat South Korea earlier. Girls and women wear it as a display of modesty. As if they choose. But it's not always been welcome on the football pitch. Yes, because it is enforced using violence. Because in the old days we were actually progressive and liberal, and now we aren't. That's why it's not always been welcome on the football pitch. But instead of going on about it, because I could rant about it, but I did a lot of that on my last live stream, so I'm just going to leave you with an excellent rebuttal by one of my literary heroes, Christopher Hitchens, because as soon as I read this story, this nonsense, woeful gobbledygook by The Independent and the BBC and CNN and all of the insane brain-dead media, it reminded me of a very famous exchange where some big fat social justice activist was trying to claim that, just like in 1984, that oppression was freedom, that violence was peace, that enforced religious headscarves are actually a beautiful example of the wondrous, forward-thinking tolerance of the majestic religion. And he shot her down in flames by pointing out that in most of the world, women are forced to wear them under pain of rape, torture and death. So instead of me talking about it, I will leave it for the master.
And when I go to Iran, I'm actually Iranian as well. So when I go to Iran, I also have my rights. I need it to be heard that the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us our rights. Individuals in countries and people who represent our religion may not, and they may do the wrong thing to sort of stand in front and show us religion and preach us religion, but Islam does.
All right, we're going to take that as a comment, a very passionate one at that. Okay.
Well, no. No, we're not. No, we're not going to take it as a comment. I can see your face, I can see your hair, and I can see you sitting in an audience with young gentlemen. Don't you tell me you can do any of that in Iran.
I can, though.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you cannot.
I can. In Iran, in the Islamic Republic of Iran, where I have been, my hair would be out. My hair would be out because my veil would be little. My hair would be out. It may be covered a little bit, but just like in the Bible, in the letter to the Corinthians, it says to cover your head, to be modest.
It's a shame she spoiled what could have been a perfectly good statement.
All right, okay, I'm sorry.
But my modesty would be there. I mean,
That is fantastic. That is exactly what I would be like on that panel. Because the first time I ever saw the aggressive, chewy, argumentative twat, I thought, he's like me. And I love that. She goes on this long screed, total nonsense from start to finish, just a ramble, not even a question, just to try and pretend that her ridiculous ideology, her faith, is some sort of, it can be two things at once. It can be up and down at the same time. Oh, yeah. They enforce all these different rules and regulations on women and treat them like second-class citizens, but actually it's way, way more tolerant than anything in the decadent West. And he just shoots her down in flames. And her response, laughable, is, oh, yeah, well, I might have to wear a veil, but it's little, it's only little. Pull your head out of your ring, you dippy bint. I love that. That is exactly right. It is ruthlessly enforced, imposed upon them by women that did not want to wear them. When the Ayatollah took over in Iran, the women burst into tears in the streets because they knew what was coming. The same with Malala, who gets a bullet in the head because she wants an education. The same with women in Afghanistan. The same with women all across the world. That garment is forced upon them with threats, rape, torture and violence. And for the BBC and the Independent and the lefty media to sit there with a straight face and flap their forked tongues and try and tell you that it's actually progressive, is laugh out loud funny. My sides have split. But that's just what I think. If you think they aren't mind-meltingly hypocritical, please let me know your thoughts in the chat. I would love to know what goes through your head. In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching, liking and sharing my thoughts, and I will see you all very soon. Have a great day. Toodle pip.